The voice of rugby league, Rebsy Ray Warren, joins me right now. G'day, Rebs. How are you?
Rick, good, thank you.
Mate, a very, very exciting time of the year. Earlier in the week, we had a dual Dally M awarded to very, very two worthy recipients in JT Thurston and also Jared Hayne.
Yeah, I suppose they obviously were in the mix, weren't they, to take it out. It's the first time there's been a draw in 34 years, I think, or something like that. But there were plenty of other players that I think must have been very, very close to maybe making it a triple dead heat, actually. But, yeah, no, it's good. I personally don't particularly have a great, liking for the way it's judged. I think the best people to judge performances are the players themselves, to be honest with you. I remember the Rothmans used to be judged by the referees. That was ridiculous. This is judged by members of the media, many of whom are ex-players, but I personally think that there could be a system brought in where the players from the other club vote on the players that they've just played against.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to see that the NRL had a little bit of common sense in allowing Isaac Luke, if South Sydney are successful, to come on and celebrate after the game. I mean, that's assuming they actually win the game. But what a silly rule that was.
Well, yeah, I think suspension and disqualification are two different words, very, very much different words. Shane Flanagan was basically suspended. I think that's the wrong word, from having anything to do with Cronulla during the charges put on him by the NRL. The wording there should have been disqualified from having anything to do with the game. But when you're suspended, that's a bit like a jockey. He gets suspended from the races. That doesn't stop him going to the races. So, I mean, they're saying that under the actual rule that Isaac Luke has no right to go over the perimeter fencing at any time on the day. Now, that is just lacking common sense. In other words, if it lacks common sense, it's stupid. Thankfully, Todd Greenberg put a hammer on it and got it out of the back pages immediately.
Yeah, I mean, he's already been suspended enough. I mean, that's enough punishment. He's going to miss a grand final.
It's just ridiculous, mate. Don't worry about it. Don't give it any more light of day. It's just an absolute small print, I suppose, somewhere in the rules and regulations and the constitution of the rugby league. And some eager beaver found this small print somewhere and decided to make a song and dance about it. They've got it right. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, they certainly have got it right this time round. Right, who do you like? 6:30 Sunday night?
I don't know. I just don't know, Rick. I mean, the whole thing's been turned on its head by the loss of Isaac Luke for Souths. I rate him as important as any player in the team, and the important players are Inglis and Burgess. They're the ones always getting the raps. Luke, to me, is up there with them. You just can't. Sometimes you can't defend against Luke. You don't know what he's going to do. But with Burgess, you know he's going to be coming at you straight up through the guts. Inglis is going to possibly be looking for an outside-inside ball through the middle. Most times, though, he's going to come through with that sweep that goes away to the left or the right, doesn't matter. So Luke is unpredictable, and he's a massive loss. I think he's a much bigger loss than Michael Ennis, really, if Michael Ennis doesn't play. So the whole thing is now out of kilter. I don't know. If you push me, I'd probably say South.
Des Hasler keeping his cards very, very close to his chest, saying that the Michael Ennis might play.
Yeah, but, Michael's on the stage there for all to see on crutches. I mean, geez, I tell you what, if it's an act, if it's a furphy, it'll win all the Oscars. It'll get the whole bloody lot,
It's a good Hollywood, as they say, yeah.
I don't think he'll play, but then again, what are they going to do? Are they going to put Matua there? Are they going to put Reynolds there? What are they going to do? Somewhere I read Jackson. Well, he'd be the last person I'd be using a dummy half because he's such an explosive runner of the football.
If Ennis doesn't play, and the chances are that he won't, we know Isaac Luke's not playing, who do you like then?
My answer's the same. I don't know. I don't know. I'll tell you the truth. If Isaac was playing, I'd be tipping South until the cows come home. Put it that way. But yep. Isaac's not playing.
Yep. So this game potentially, it could be very one-sided. It could be a close one, and everything in between.
I think it'll be close. Yeah, I think it'll be close. And don't tear up your ticket at half time if South are behind, because Canterbury's stats in their last 8 matches, I think in the second half of their last 8 matches, they've scored a total of 24 points, and that includes 3 tries only. They're averaging, I think, in the second half of the last 8 matches, 2.5 points per half. So if South are behind at half-time, don't give up.
Yeah, and also Des Hasler's been there many times before. Would you have to rate him as like one of maybe the new super coaches?
Oh, I don't like the word super coach. I don't know whether that's the right word for Des yet. I mean, there's probably people more entitled to be called super coaches, but he's obviously very good. This is his 5th grand final as a coach. He's won 2, and he played in 2 premiership winning sides as well. So he's been to the grand final 7 times as far as I can remember, and he's won 4 of them.
And some players, yeah.
It's a hell of a record. I agree with you entirely, but I'm a bit loath to start putting super coach on him just yet.
Now, last Sunday I had the privilege to be at Allianz Stadium seeing the lower grade grand finals, and I'll tell you what, watching the Sydney Shield, the Ron Massey and the New South Wales Cup grand final, outstanding football, really is outstanding.
Yeah, well, what have you got to compare it with other than watching the big game on TV? But then you've got your country football, and country football is probably just it's a step down from what you saw last weekend. And that reminds me, really, I think the league are to be congratulated on finally getting the best of the New South Wales Cup side to play the best of the Queensland Cup side in the state final. I know it's only basically a residence game, but at least it means something on grand final day,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the Northern Pride and the Penrith Panthers, who are sensational when they absolutely smashed the Newcastle Knights last week. Mate, it's been an absolute privilege chatting with you through the 2014 season, and I know the listeners have thoroughly enjoyed your expertise in bringing us through the season.
Oh, well, that's nice of you to say, Rick. It's been a pleasure, and as I've said to you before, it's nice talking to people up in that district, because I spent a brief portion of time up there, as I think I've said 100 times. But if I can give something back to the New England, then that's fine. Yeah,
and we hope we can keep it going into next year as well.
Well, that remains to be seen. Yeah, that remains to be seen. It can't go on forever.
Yeah,
you've got to understand that.
Yeah, no, we'll just see how we go, mate. We'll just take it one day at a time, as they say. All right, mate, have a fantastic call on Sunday.
Okay.
And thank you very much for your comments this year.
Good on you, Rick.
The voice of rugby league there, Ray Rabsey-Warren, joining us.